right, everybody. We are live. Sorry for the late start here, but we are ready to go live from Clint Hurdle Field on the beautiful campus of Merritt. Live from the campus of Merritt Island High School for the Class 4A District 12 semifinal. The second semifinal happening on this field tonight. Jensen Beach took care of business and got the win over Astronaut 6-1. I'm Caleb Brown with a special broadcast partner that I hinted on Alan's personal Facebook page. He is related to someone on this Merritt Island baseball staff. He is the one, the only former Cocoa Tiger quarterback, Davin Widener.
Hey, how we doing? How we doing? Caleb, thank you. Alan, if you're watching, thank you, obviously. Really appreciate it. It's my debut. I hope I don't mess it up, you know. But
you can't mess it up too much.
We'll see.
Listen, you got me next to you, so you're good. You're good.
You never lied.
Mustangs and the Scorpions going at it here in this district semifinal. On the mound for the Mustangs is Kide Adatue.
Yeah, Kide, obviously, if you've watched before, he's committed to Florida Atlantic University in the summer. Left-handed pitcher. Still young, junior. Fastball sits 85 to 87. Lots of movement, lots of tail, lots of run, and he has three-pitch mix between the fastball. He has a good slider, and then he also throws in a changeup here and there. So, what you want to see out of a baseball player who's going to the next level.
All right, and leading it off for Scorpions is number 10, Evan Soland. He'll be out in left field tonight. Underway, and first pitch gets away for ball one. I'd like to thank our sponsor, the Merritt Island Baseball Boosters. One low, count 2-0.
That's the big emphasis this year for Merritt Island. Get ahead and counts it, and make them hit, especially a guy like Kide. Who has a dominating fastball and two good off speeds. You want to just go at hitters, and hopefully you can get in a groove here.
The 3-1 pitch. That one lined out to the second baseman for out number one. Good contact made on the pitch.
It was. That was a very good swing. Good hitters count, good hitters swing. Just, wrong place, wrong time.
Willie Hendry, the shortstop for the Scorpions, coming up to bat. That one is popped up.
Late on the pitch here. To a righty, I believe that it'd be, tailing away here for these hitters. So actually a really, really good piece in that first at-bat. Late here on the second pitch of the at-bat. This is what I mean by Kide getting in a groove. I think he could really be effective, use all of his junk here early. I'm not surprised to see a curveball in the dirt here. Change up away.
Count is 1-2, 1 out. That one low.
Even it up here at 2-2. And there's the deucer.
Beautiful pitch.
Great backdoor slider there. That's what you want to see. Getting that groove early. It's all about confidence, A lot of these sports, quarterback, pitcher, a lot of these singular positions are really big to get in that groove early.
So there's 2 outs. Jason Aletti, the first baseman.
Big kid here in the 3-hole. I heard he hits really well gap to gap so far this year, kind of their power guy. So should be interested to see. This should be a really, really good matchup here.
The 1-0 pitch. Swing.
Big swing. Oh, big swing. Wind is blowing out tonight, as it usually does at Clint Hurdle Field, so You never know who might run into one. Slider out, ball 2.
Count is 2-1, 2 outs.
Jumped up on a fastball there. Gave it its all. Good piece. Good fight here.
Got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Say it with me, you know the lyrics at home. The deuces are wild. That, listen, it missed. I don't know where.
I don't know why, but I know ex-baseball player, you know, big count like this. And there it is again. Great first inning by Kide. Looks really comfortable. Throwing maybe too many pitches so far, but still dominant as ever.
A 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first here with the Mustangs coming up to bat here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, folks, we are back here for the bottom of the first inning. Coming up to bat is number 4, Ryland Diaz, leading out for the Mustangs.
Ryland, really good speed here. Hitting 364 on the year. Another good young junior they have. You know, Ryland really good on the base pass, 11 for 12 stolen bases. So, you know, he's a kid that if he gets on, he really threatens you on the base pass as well.
Pitch in there.
Good spot, but curveball low and away for ball 2. Ball 1, my apologies.
There's a grounder over to second. Over to first, 4 out, number 1. On the mound for the Scorpions is number 13, Michael McCarthy. Heading up to bat for the Mustangs is number 14, Tyler Mully.
Mully, another 300 hitter here for the Mustangs. Another really good guy on the bases, 7 for 7. First pitch, swinging. Really good play by the shortstop. Great play there.
Wow. I mean, that great contact. Again, like you said, great play there by the shortstop. Shortstop there is Willie Hendry.
Really good swing there by Mully, but a really, really good play out there by the shortstop. Up to bat, number 16, Dean Hanselman, hitting 404 for the Mustangs. Ball 1 on the curve. Seems really comfortable here with his curveball. Really good in high school to have a get-me-over curveball pitch here. So it's really good for this kid. Got things working here.
Wind up, 1-0. Nice fastball. Get in the first strike count is 1-1 with 2 outs. McCarthy.
Curveball here again. Slightly out, I believe.
Your umpires tonight, behind the plate, is Mr. Holbeck. First base umpire Joe Hutton.
Takes a fastball there for strike 2. I know that's another really big thing for the Mustangs here is really finding these fastballs middle away and, you know, attacking them.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the pitch. Way to fight there. Protect the plate.
Dean's really, you know, good story on him last year. You know, a kid fighting to be on varsity, and this year he's, you know, the Mustangs 3-hole hitter, hitting 400. You know, lots of doubles, lots of RBIs here for the Mustangs. Curveball in the dirt. Makes it 3-2.
2 outs, nobody on.
Kid on the mound, really comfortable with his curve here. This is, you know, could be a long pitcher's duel tonight.
Kicks and fires.
Oh,
that one high, and Hanselman will take his base on balls.
You know, a lot of power there for the pitcher. You know, we all love when a pitcher grunts, so, you know, we got that early in the game. Always gives the fans a good reaction.
Next up to plate for the Mustangs is number 9, Grant Paparella.
Grant, another 300 hitter here for the Mustangs. 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run on the year who he hit earlier in the week.
Fouled off
straight
for
back for strike 1. Paparella, senior here for the Mustangs. Good leader, multi-sport athlete.
Catcher there, Gabe Colbert, trying to pick off
Dean over there at first. Yep, Dean got too big of a secondary. Catcher did a good job, flipped it over. Always good to show a threat behind the plate early in a catcher.
McCarthy fires. Count will remain 0-2 with 2 outs.
Sets. And a hard ground ball, routine play.
And that's going to be an error. That's going to be an E3
there. Yep. I might even put that one as an E6. You know, hard ground ball, kind of in the hole between short and third. Kid made a play. Dean got a really good jump there. Couldn't make the play at second, the force out at second, so he kind of redirected his feet. You know, but as a first baseman, and I guess, you know, he's obviously there for a reason. You know, you need to kind of come up with those. But Mustangs are threatening now. Still 2 outs, so not in the worst position here if you're Satellite.
Runners on first and second. First pitch.
Ball.
Up there for ball 1.
This is Braden Bell, senior. Great story on him, multi-sport athlete. Going to Syracuse for kicking. Quarterback of the Merritt Mustang team. He took their team to the state title this year.
Chopper foul. Count is 1-1, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Hanselman on second.
Brady, also younger brothers of 2 Merritt Island greats, Lexi Denneberg for volleyball and Mason Denneberg here on the diamond.
I mean, that one in the dirt. And over to third. And Hanselman will steal third. Now
right
runners on the corners with 2 outs.
That right there. We were talking about program stuff earlier here for the Mustangs. That is a huge focal point for Coach Widener. Dirt ball reads, stealing free 90s is a big deal. You know, he says that, you know, it's like a football game. You win the turnover battle, you usually win the game. And if you win the free 90 battle, you usually win baseball games as well. Really, really good dirt ball read there on a curveball. Hopefully, hopefully Brady can capitalize here, and hopefully pitcher can settle down and get an out here.
McCarthy fires the 2-1. That one, it missed.
It did. See, the problem, this kid's curveballs, it looks like a lot of drop in it. So the problem a lot of the time with these curveballs is if it comes in high, usually you won't get that call. But it can also play to your advantage.
3-1.
No, that might drop.
And
that's
going down the
first
base line. Then it drops. 1 run will score.
Sometimes, Caleb, sometimes you just got to get a little lucky. Late on a fastball, drops in no man's land. Good single RBI there by Brady Denneberg, scoring Dean Hanselman. And moving Grant Paparella to third.
And that is Brady's.
That is Brady's 16th RBI of the year. And Brady has actually been injured for the last, missed 8 games. He had a really bad tonsillitis incident, and it caused him to be sidelined, but, really good here for him.
McCarthy.
Up now is number 2, Shane Street, another senior for the Mustangs. Senior cap, one of the captains of this team, plays third. He's hitting .250 right now. He's on a hot streak right about now.
That's a line shot over to the shortstop. And he will pick up the out at second base, but not before the Mustangs can plate 1 run on 2 hits. RBI by Brady Denneberg. We head to the top of the second with your score: Mustangs 1, Satellite 0. All right, we head to the bottom of the top of the second here. Mustangs up 1-0. Leading off for the Scorpions, number 20, Braden Bell, the DH tonight.
I know Braden played against him a couple times in basketball. Really good two-sport athlete here.
That one low for ball 1. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, the Merritt Island Baseball Boosters, for paying for us to broadcast this tournament.
Kide looks like he's throwing just about where they say he's throwing. I'd say he's throwing a good 85, 86 today. Really good change piece right there. He looks really comfortable. He's one of those kids that it's kind of like a I don't even want to compare them, but the same way they act is kind of like a Trey Wheeler-esque,
Yes.
Wants to get in a rhythm.
That's the thing I've noticed watching Kide pitch is it's very much everything's timed. It's like within the next, he's already ready to throw the next pitch.
Yep. One of those kids that, the at-bat it's his. Usually as a hitter, you want to make the at-bat yours and the box is yours, and Kide's just not going to give you that luxury a lot of the time.
Kide fires. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Been to quite a few Mustang games this year, and this is Kide definitely looks like the Kide of late. hopefully Satellite can, rail him here, get a couple runners on base, and make him get out of this groove here to kind of shake him up a bit.
Number 19 at the plate.
Jonathan Woolaver, I believe, at the plate, playing third base here. Tried to lay down a bunt on the first pitch. That's not a bad way to mess up a pitcher, mess up the infield a little bit.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Count is now 2-1.
Tried the slider there, 1-1. A lot of these good pitchers around the area will use their junk pitches early, and kicks, delivers, fires, and strike 2. Looks like he's moving in, moving out today. The 2-2 pitch.
Tipped, and he got to make the throw.
And he's safe.
Gonna call him safe.
Drop third strike. That right there is one of those things that, it's you can't have it happen. I know Tyler, so I can kind of, as a catcher, really good catcher as like Tyler is, it wasn't a dirt ball. It wasn't anything like that.
It was an uncharacteristic mistake.
Yes, that's what I'd call it. Something that Tyler really does not do much of. But, it all happens. This is a part of the game, but now you just kind of got to look for a ground ball here.
Now up to the plate is Brandon Rittler. Fires that one high for ball 1.
Satellite, for the past few years, has been really, really aggressive on the base pass. A lot of bunts, a lot of hit and runs, steals of that nature. So look for them to do that tonight now that they have a runner on here with 1 out in the second.
I believe is 1-1. Runner on first.
Going on the run.
He's going on the run.
Seemed to be a hit and run there off the cap.
Hey, I like Satellite trying to get aggressive here, trying to see if they can do something to knock Kide off of his rhythm.
I agree. And with a lefty, you still get that leg kick because lefties aren't told to slide step or anything of that sort. So if you get a really good jump off a lefty, you could really do some damage there. Good swing there on the slider. Rip down the line.
Coach Gotti showing some moves, getting out of the way there.
Athleticism over there. Going here again. Strike him out.
And safe at second.
Safe at second.
So 2 outs here. Runner on second. You got a runner in scoring position. This is where, if you're Satellite, you need to capitalize. Big district game. Look, for all intents and purposes, Satellite really needs this win in order to keep their playoff chances and hopes alive.
They do, and against a pitcher of Kide's nature, it'd be really, really big to get one early in the game here. Seems to me like the runner on second had really good speed there. Big secondary here. Foul ball.
Davin, grab it.
I should have. Left on left matchup here. I think the first we've seen tonight. This should be interesting. Ball running in here.
The 0-1 pitch.
Good take there by the hitter. Slider falling away from him. This matchup, in a lot of ways, I was a lefty growing up playing baseball. A lot of ways, a lot of people do not like the lefty-on-lefty matchup. A lot of things just don't go in the favor, but it seems to be really comfortable here in the box.
Fires. And that one lined foul. Like you mentioned earlier, that wind is blowing straight out, and someone can get a hold of one. It wouldn't shock me to see it go over that
No, it would not. I was here last week for a Seminole game, and I believe there were 3 home runs hit in that game.
Whew.
Great pitch there. Makes a throw.
There you
Kide
go.
through 2, I believe with 4 strikeouts through 2, 1 runner on, off of a strikeout. So no, that'd be 5 strikeouts for Kide tonight. 1 got on base off a drop third strike, but not a bad inning there for the Squirps. Got their first runner on, runner in scoring position at that. So, definitely the definite opposite of, this game being over.
Absolutely, and we mentioned, you talked about Brady Denneberg there. He's just one of the many list of injuries that Merritt Island has had this season.
Yeah, I mean it's been a crazy ride. I've been here for a lot of this, but to start, batters 1 through 5 in the Merritt Island lineup to start the year have all been injured at one point in time and still may be injured. So first up, Ryland Diaz, the one hitter, actually got hit in the face by a fastball by a Rutgers commit, 90 miles per hour, right to the cheekbone, and he was out for 5 games. Number 2, you have Noah Knight, really good center fielder here for the Mustangs. He had internal abdominal bleeding. Really scary incident there. He had to get medevaced out from the game. Actually, it was from the hospital to Nemours in Orlando. Obviously, we were just talking about Brady Denneberg. Missed because of his throat infection. Came back yesterday, obviously playing today. And then Maddox Moss, really good athlete here for the Mustangs football and baseball. He actually tore a ligament in his right foot about 4 games ago. And with an injury like that, you won't be able to return at this stage in the season. But it's really been crazy to see that the Mustangs, can still prevail through this. They're in games. Oh, and not to mention Nick Wimberly, who's in the lineup tonight as a hitter, is actually the Mustangs' second best arm. And if healthy, may be the one last year. As a freshman, he had a really, really good year, but they're still using him. He plays first base, and he also hits for the Mustangs as well. So. Really interesting to see how this team dynamic has been playing out. But it's definitely something that you can't be shocked of.
No.
Seasons like this, it's crazy. But you just got to try and push through stuff like this.
All right, McCarthy returns to the mound for a second inning of work. First pitch in there for ball 1, low.
This is number 12, Jacob Leffler, transferred in this year. Good arm for the Mustangs. Another big kid here. Leffler's only a sophomore. He's hitting 263. Really good guy to get on base. Six RBIs. He scored 8 runs for the Mustangs. 3 doubles, 3 walks. Rose over there makes it count 2-1.
That chopper down the third base foul line. Ayers, that one low for 3-1. McCarthy deals the 3-1, and that's a chopper over to short.
A lot of action here tonight by the shortstop. Seems really, really comfortable.
Over to first 4, out number 1.
See, in a count like that, it's a hitter's count. I'm sure he didn't mean to, of course, but at a fastball, kind of right in your alleyway, you want to be able to, do some damage with that pitch. But it's all right. Here we go. I was just talking about Nick Wimberly. Obviously, could be a potential Division I pitcher right now, just helping the team out at first. First pitch swinging, and a great line drive over to left field. He's really come along as, one of those kids that, he's just an everything kid. Last year as a freshman, he played some first base in the Rockledge game, if you remember that, at third, and he made some really, really good plays to help them win that game. But here's a great story on this kid. This is sophomore Torren Dunigan. Great kid. He may not look like the best athlete, but he's actually been on a tear as of late. He's only had 15 varsity at-bats. First pitch swinging, and it drops through the middle.
Wow.
Just like I was talking about, not a kid that's going to impress you with anything, but a kid that will always get the job done.
And that was just, again, good piece of hitting. Split second base. Shortstop and second almost ran into each other going for it. But, hey, however you can get on base, you can get on base.
You know, especially as a 9-hitter, your job is to, you know, do your job and then obviously flip the order over here to the top of the lineup. So let's see if the Mustangs can make something happen here.
2 on, 1 out for Diaz.
Fastball low, ball 1. I mean, as so far in the game, I mean, I honestly wouldn't say. I mean, the Mustangs put good swings on the ball, but I obviously think the pitcher McCarthy has really held his own, getting good counts and doing the things he needs to do. But you know, sometimes balls fall, but you know he's had good defensive play behind him so far through and through. So you know you can't really complain. This has actually been, I think, the ball game that everybody here kind of expected.
McCarthy checking on the runner at second. That's a chopper over to third. That'll get down, and Wimberly will stop at third. Bases are loaded for the Mustangs with 1 out.
So this is a good and bad situation, really, for both teams. You know, bases loaded, 1 out. Obviously, a single scores 2 in some parts of the field, but in the same time, Tyler Murley also hit a hard ground ball to shortstop last time. So you get that again, and you're out of this inning. You know, no harm, no foul. And you know, I've noticed that the game number 6 is actually, I think, the leader of this ball club. Obviously, you want the shortstop to be your leader, but you know he's come up to the pitcher mound multiple times. You know, words of encouragement, things of that nature. But here for Tyler, you just want to hit a high fly ball here, or just obviously a hard ground ball that'll get through. Tyler, actually one of the fastest kids on the Merritt Island Mustang team as a catcher. You don't see that much, but you know, hopefully he can deliver here.
Mully fouls that one off. 2
curveballs to start off the at-bat here. This is, if you have it, you throw it in this situation. So this is big count here. Strikeout would be huge here for the Scorps. So we'll see what happens on this pitch.
McCarthy
takes time there in the box. He seemed like he was searching in his glove for a pitch grip, or, you know, some pitchers like to play mind games. You never really know, but we'll get to see it again here.
Say that's the first time I've seen that this season. So bases loaded, 0-2.
Curveball again. That is the opposite of you want. Oh my goodness!
1 run scores. They're going to try to score a second run.
And they did.
2 runs score. Runners on second and third for the Mustangs. And they now jump out to a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of 2.
Something like that, you know, it's kind of make or break there. You know, it's perfect situation there for the Squirts. Ground ball to third. And, you know, something like that. It's, you know, really unfortunate here for the Squirps, but it's still definitely a game. Now we have runners both in scoring position, second and third here for the Mustangs for Dean Hanselman. The 3-hitter here for the Mustangs. The infield is in, so ideally here you want to hit a very hard ground ball through one of these gaps. Obviously a base hit will help, or a deep fly ball.
And Hanselman looked like he was trying to put that one over the left field fence.
Yes, he was. You know, a lot of people, I've known Dean for a little bit. You know, one of these kids that doesn't look, a mega freak athlete, but Dean actually very proactive, you know, in the weight room. You know, bigger kid than you'd expect here. Strike 2 on the curve. The pitcher's really found his breaking ball here this inning. You know, everything starts middle. Finds that outside spot, so he's been looking really comfortable here. 0-2, big pitch here.
McCarthy fires the 0-2.
Swing and a miss on the curveball. That is, you know, something that in your program you don't want to teach, but that's just a good pitch, and he got on him early.
It would have been hard to keep off that pitch because it looked like it was right there where you wanted it.
It did look like one of the hangers. It was not like the pitch before that started kind of middle in and dropped right into the middle of the plate. But that's fine. It's kind of what you have cleanup hitters for. Hopefully Grant Paparella here can step up and really make a big splash in this game. Takes fastball. Strike one.
Right. That one was right down Mustang Boulevard.
It was. And it could have went into the Wells Fargo if he wanted it to. Hit him. Wow. I guess the curve ball, a little too high, a little too in here. And, the common trend around here is that Brady is, kind of your main character here at Merritt Island High. your quarterback, the younger brother of two absolute Merritt Island legends.
I mean, again, you can't mention Merritt Island without mentioning the Dennebergs. The Dennebergs, a staple here at Merritt Island.
But, don't let that take it away from the fact that Brady himself, full scholarship to go, like I said earlier, to go kick in college.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Can Michael get out of this jam with only 2 runs?
This is, a single here could potentially score 2 with good speed from Ryland Diaz and Tyler Mully on second base. So, this could be interesting how this at bat turns out.
McCarthy fires that one outside.
And another thing we have to consider here, now that he's down 2-0, a walk. A walk also brings in a run here. And if Kide can kind of pitch the way Kide's been pitching, we could see some damage done here.
Brady thought about it.
Seemed a little out, but umpires have their preferences, and that's a good. I'd say that's a good strike call here. 2-1 still, hitters count. Denneberg can still hunt his pitch here.
Roy Holbeck behind the plate. Great umpire.
Brady swinging down the line. That's going to score 2.
1 run.
Paparella on the way to third. Brady on his way to second base. And that's a big swing here for the Mustangs.
Wow. So Denneberg now tacks on another.
Like I just said, this is Brady's second game back against a really good pitcher here in McCarthy. So, I mean, to be able to do that in such a big spot with 2 outs in second, this could turn into something. But great swing. Still runners on second and third, Caleb. So good curveball there. Strike number 1. I feel like, if he uses his pitch mix correctly, I feel like he can kind of get in that bat like Hanselman's. A lot of guessing, a lot of off speed.
That one low for ball 2. And this Merritt Island dugout has come alive with energy this inning.
Street there, late on a fastball. Looks like you put his whole body into that one. You could hear it again, but I want to say the count is 1-2.
I thought that myself.
The count is 1-2 here, so you got to fight with 2 strikes here. Runners in scoring position still. Curveball coming.
Oof.
Good swing there on the curve. Landed right off the fence. Still 1-2 here. Still very much anything the pitcher wants to do, he can do here. Street with a ground ball to second base. I believe the shortstop actually last at bat.
And that one,
good swing there
center.
For Shane Street. Hits the gap, and that's going to score 2. And Shane with a stand-up double. Shane Street. And wow, can I say, me and Caleb were talking before the game, and I did not expect this. I did not expect this at all. Merritt Island bats have been here and there all year, but this is really an explosion of an inning here for the Mustangs.
I mean, you got Brady so far with 3 RBIs, Street now with 2.
You know, this is what you'd call a slight eruption, if anything. And to add, it could be good, could be bad, but it is only the second inning.
Yes.
You know, I've heard Satellite's a very, very, very scrappy team, so you never really know what can happen here. Jacob Leffler up to bat again. Ground ball last time he was up. Hit by pitch.
And runners now on first and second. This has been a big 2-out rally here for Merritt Island.
And this dugout is coming alive here in the second. You know, I've been, like I said, been to a couple of Merritt Island games this year, and the one thing that always seemed to happen was runners in scoring position. Like me and Caleb were also talking about earlier, the Melbourne High game, you know, bases loaded, no outs. Obviously against a pitcher of Wheeler's stature is, you know, it's going to be hard to get runs, but you have to get runs in that situation. So it's actually, you know, really good to see Merritt Island at the right time in the season kind of hitting their stride. And, you know, Shane Street, a kid, big kid, 6'1", you know, really came along as the year is, you know, developing here. But that was a really, really good piece of hitting. 1-2 count, took a ball into the right center gap. I mean, you can't really ask for much else if you're Coach Widener, and you can't really ask much else of your team if you're Kide, you know. But, you know, baseball's a very long game. A lot of things can happen, so we'll see. We'll see if we can scrap back in this or
you know, you talk about wicked comebacks. We mentioned that Rockledge game earlier. Merritt Island jumped out to a 7-1, 7-2 lead, and Rockledge battled their way back. So look, if Satellite can get some explosion from the bats, we could be in for a real doozy here.
We could. There it is, first pitch swinging. Nick Wimberly, ground ball to the pitcher, and that will be it. But a lot of momentum in here coming in from the Merritt Island Mustangs, and you know, Satellite kind of has to bounce back here and kind of get that bulldog mentality to, you know, straighten it up.
All right, we head to the top of the third inning with your score. Mustangs 7, Scorpions got work to do. Let's try this again. All right, folks. We head to the top of the third after a big bottom of the second explosion on a 2-out rally for the Mustangs. 5 RBIs. First pitch, swing and a miss for McCarthy. The pitcher for the Scorpions.
Kide coming out attacking with fastballs early. With a lead like this, you really don't want to let the foot off the gas here if you're Kide. I don't know what that hit, but it didn't. Did that hit off Molly's glove?
Glove, like it went off the glove and off the tip of the bat.
Oh. The 1-2. Hard ground ball. Good swing there. Brady's going to try and get up and throw him out. Good swing there. Taking it opposite field. I mean, if no one else is going to help you, you know, you might as well help yourself, right?
Hey, you got to help yourself, help your own cause, and you know what? Getting on base, that's what it starts. It starts with one hit.
Yep. And it's definitely a good situation here. You could sack bunt him here, get a runner in scoring position only with 1 out. You never know what can happen here.
Jaden Evans.
The 9 hole here for the Squirps.
Kide looks, fires, and a
Check
check swing
swing.
foul ball.
You don't see many of those.
One of the one of the funniest check swings I've ever seen was Drew Parrish when he played for the Rockledge Raiders. Had a check swing, got himself a double.
Wow. Fastball again. Strike 2. Seems like Kide's really trying to assert himself here. I don't think we've seen an off-speed pitch here this inning. 0-2 here. See if we can finish the job. Strike 3 on the fastball. That's Kide's 6th tonight. You know, he's looking really good here. 1 hit, no walks, and 6 Ks here with 1 out here in the 3rd.
We head back to the top of the lineup.
Had a really good swing here. The leadoff did last time. Hard line drive to the second baseman. You almost hope, you know, he can almost recreate it and, you know, find some grass.
The 0-1.
The curveball the slider, drops in for strike 2. 0-2 quickly here on the leadoff batter.
You better get that right. I'll hook him over here and, you know.
Gonna have to make a play. And there is strike 3. I don't want to be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think Kide Atatui is in his element right now.
Yes, he is.
Buster Beal showed a little bit of emotion. Oh, yeah. All over it tonight. Buster Beal, the Merritt Island. Some say Mr. Merritt Island. Misses high and outside for ball 1.
Hendry.
2-hitter here, I believe. He might have struck out swinging here in the first inning. Really good slider. Evens count up at 1-1.
One pitch.
The slider here again, 1-1, now 1-2. Seems like he's in control of everything tonight. Haven't seen much of the changeup, but honestly, he might not need it. Gasses him up for strike 3, showing a little emotion. I've been here a lot for Kide Atatui in his games. I have never seen him like this.
You know, I mean, I believe that's strikeout number 7.
I want to say that's 8 right there.
That's right, it is number 8. Number
2.
8 for Kide Atatui.
I think he had 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and he
3.
just struck out the side there. So 7 Ks through 3 innings. Can't ask much more of this Mustang squad right now.
And I would say, and when you have the run support you do, you have Denneberg with 3 RBIs.
Street with 2.
Street with 2. I mean, great run support. We head to the bottom of 3 with your score. Mustang 7. Satellite still have work to do. All right, we return back to the bottom of the third. Mustangs up 7-0. Next up to bat for the Mustangs, number 7, bottom of the lineup. That one, foul tip for strike. McCarthy back out on the mound, in there for strike 2.
I don't know if he heard me over here, but, the curveball, I think it's his best pitch right now. Fastball gassed him up. That's exactly what you want. That should be out number 1.
Bada boom.
Good leadoff out here.
And I'll say this for McCarthy: you don't see the defeated look. Like he comes back out.
You don't. I saw him actually at the end of last inning after the kind of eruption offensively from Maryland. He walked off and he kind of just shrugged it off, and that's what you want to do as a pitcher. Early here, curveball to start it off again.
McCarthy gets his signs. Comes to. Fires. One just low for ball 2.
Leadoff batter, Ryland Diaz, had a single to kind of start the eruption here last inning. Good swing there.
Out to center field.
Center fielder tracked it down.
Great track. The moment the ball at the bat, center fielder saw it off the bat. Good job.
Good swing there, though. You can't really complain about a hard line drive to the center fielder. Seems to me like the center field was slightly shaded to the left there for Ryland, so just a really good play, but a good swing as well here. Fastball low for ball 1. McCarthy looking comfortable here, honestly, in the third. 2 quick outs. No runners on. Seems pretty comfortable to me.
That one bounces in for ball 2.
Hitters count here. Not much going for the Mustangs as of right now, but you never know. Last time they had that eruption with 2 outs, so see if Mully can get something started here.
That one high. 3-0. 2 outs.
3-0 count here. I assume the take sign is coming. Strike there.
That one called strike 1.
3-1 count here. 2 outs. Still 7-0 after the big eruption if you just got here. Good hitters count here for Mully. Fires seemed in, but when games kind of get like this, umpires tend to often expand. So I'm not saying it's a bad call, but makes it a little more interesting here. And there's ball 4. Runner on first with good speed with Mully. Up is Hanselman, who struck out last time.
He is technically 0 for 1 because he was hit. He was hit first time up.
Pitch.
So
0 for 1 here for Hanselman. Curveball, dirt ball here.
And Mully thought about it.
With a dirt ball like that, it is very possible, but it did kick to the third base side, making an easier throw for the catcher. You know, if it was the other way around, I'm sure Murley would have tried to stretch that. But here we are again, runner in scoring position, 2 outs, and in the meat of the Mustang order. Fastball taken for strike 1. I don't know what else you really can look for here if you're Hanselman. I want to say he's in a little bit of a slump here over the last couple games. So I think if you hunt fastballs early in the count, but we'll see what he does here. Curveball in the dirt, pass ball again.
And Mully now advances to third.
You never know what can happen with 2, but, you know, another problem, Caleb, with having a curveball like that, you need to make sure you have a very, very reliable catcher back there. And it happens to the best of us. You know, I caught my whole life, so a guy that does a lot of curveballs, 1 or 2 are going to get past you. You just got to make sure with a runner on third that it doesn't get past you again.
And
I mean,
two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I mean, I don't really, you know, as a hitter, you want to hit fastballs in here. He can waste a pitch on a curveball here, which I think is coming. He jumped up on a fastball, ground ball to the shortstop. Routine play there.
Good way to get out of the inning without it allowing any damage.
Hard ground ball there by Hanselman, but, you know, good inning there for McCarthy, and, you know, the Scripps got to try and battle their way back in this thing.
We head to the top of 4 with your score. Mustangs 7, Satellites still with work to do. One, and we're back here, top of 4, Kide out of Tui. First pitch of the 4th, swing and a miss. So far, Kide working on a 1-hitter.
Fastball low there for ball 1. Last time up, I believe he struck out swinging as well. Like we said earlier, big kid, big swing, as you can see on these swing and misses. If he connects here. Slider there, falls in for strike 2. Like me and Caleb were talking about earlier, it seems like he has his whole arsenal here tonight. Let's see what he does here, 1-2. And Grant Paparella here with an error here at short. I'd say out of Grant's complete game, he's a very overall player, but that is the one thing he has to work on here at shortstop. You're going to play a position like that for Merritt Island, you need to be able to be reliable. And, you know, he's had a couple errors this year, but, you know, still overall really great player and does make some really good plays.
And then, you know, you're going to have a couple of those errant throws every now and again. You just sometimes you get excited and you overthrow it a little bit. But next up to bat for the Scorpions, number Number 20. Braden Bell. Bell facing an 0-1 count.
Not too concerned about, the base, the runner on base as a threat to steal a base here, but you still definitely want to keep them in check because you never know what Satellite has up their sleeve. Runner on first, nobody out. 4-hitter up here though, down 0-2. I'd assume to see some type of off-speed pitch here for Kide, but you never know here. Gassed it up, ball out. 1-2 here. Still has probably a pitch or two to spare to throw away, but if Kide wants to go the full 7 here, he's definitely gonna need to just throw strikes and go at people. I'd assume curveball at the back foot here, 1-2, and that's exactly what it was. Great pitch there by Kide.
It's number 8 on the night.
Number 8 on the night. Kide still riding the 1-hitter because we categorize the first ground ball as an E6. Up to bat, the 5-hitter here.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, the Merritt Island Baseball Boosters, for getting Brevard Sports Network the rights to broadcast the 4A District 12 tournament. Swing and a miss.
On a fastball here, I think that brings the count to 0-2. Like we talked about, Kide, getting ahead in counts and being able to use his stuff here. Wouldn't be surprised to see another fastball. Gassed up, and Mully can't squeeze another one.
Runner will advance. So, 1 out, runner on second.
Runner in scoring position here. Can't, like we were talking about earlier, just an uncharacteristic kind of thing for Mully there, but, it doesn't necessarily in this game right now, it doesn't necessarily mean the world.
And
if I am mistaken, I believe that is number 19's second drop third strike tonight.
yes, it is.
So this brings Kide's strikeout count to 9.
Yep.
9 strikeouts through 4. But here we are, 1 out, and runners on first and third. Tyler Mully with another pass ball there. You got to have those in that count. The curveball's coming. It's going to be low. But Mustangs still have a chance here. But the Satellite's definitely knocking on the door. This is what we were talking about with that grit we were talking about earlier.
Satellite's one of these scrappy clubs. Look, if you leave that door cracked for them, they can and will take advantage.
It may not come in bunches, but they'll definitely put that pressure on you. No doubt about it. Starting the count ahead again here for Atatui. The center fielder up the bat right now.
Over to first.
Make sure number 19, Jonathan, had a stolen base after his first drop third strike. I think they're going to try and use that here, but we are in an 0-2 count. 2 fastballs for strikes. Honestly, here you just want to put a ball in play. Put a ball in play and get a run in.
Swing and a miss for number 10.
This is quite the show, honestly.
It is.
10 strikeouts in not even a full 4 innings yet. You don't see this much. I don't even know if we've seen it this year.
Not that I remember.
4 innings. But you got to keep the foot on the gas here, and if you're Satellite, you definitely want to try and capitalize, sneak a ball through, get a good base hit here.
Winner of this game advances to play Jensen Beach Thursday night. The game will be here on the Brevard Sports Network.
I think we have a wardrobe malfunction here. I believe this player wearing a chain. Not allowed in high school sports. Since my days are over, I would like to say that I did wear a chain in most of my games.
But you were smart enough to hide it.
I was. Back in it here. Key day to the batter. 0-1. A bunt here. Whoa. Could be the looks of a... I don't see much of a safety squeeze here with 2 outs. But you never know. Anything to kind of throw Kide off here. You definitely, if you're settled, you definitely want to scratch this one. Kide there for strike 2. Kide in the driver's seat right now, 1-2 with 2 outs.
Ball.
And there is strike 3. Kide Atatui, 11 strikeouts through 4 innings. I mean, if you're watching this, I know I'm watching this. This might be one of the best performances I've seen. Kide getting chants here from the crowd.
The Merritt Island faithful definitely showing their approval.
He looks almost unstoppable.
So the Scorpions leave 2 stranded as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs coming to bat. Mustangs 7, Scorpions still got work to do. All right, here we go as we head to the bottom of 4. Score update from our other game here on Brevard Sports Network. St. Cloud over Melbourne 4-2, and that ball is gonna dent someone's windshield. Psych. St. Cloud is up over Melbourne 4-2. And that one in there. Paparella at the plate. Count is 1-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Vieira picked up a 5-0 victory over the Harmony Longhorns. And as one of the big surprises today, as count is 2-1 on Paparella. One of the big surprises, Cocoa Beach upset a Tom Dooley-led MCC team 7-6 earlier today. Not something I think a lot of people would have called. But you know what? Good on the Minute. Good on the Minutemen. They've been riding a hot streak a bit here, and it's really cool to see an explosion out of them here in the postseason.
Curveball high to make it a full count here on Paparella, doing what a leadoff does. Paparella has definitely a run tonight. Was on base for Brady's big double and scored on Shane Street's double. Also a high curveball for a leadoff walk here. Satellite coach is showing a lot of trust in McCarthy. Through 4, You know, has some been hit a little, but he's definitely held his own still. But I'm really surprised they haven't made a change yet, or
You know,
haven't really seen any bullpen activity much either.
and I think maybe he's giving McCarthy, if anything, giving him experience. Hey, let's see what you can do.
Right.
Even
How to
now,
fight adversity and
but you have the hottest bat in the lineup coming now. So far, 3 RBIs today, 2 for 2.
curveball off the plate for ball one. Brady looks really comfortable up there right now. He's missed 8 games here, but you really couldn't tell. 1-0 here. We'll see. We'll see what he does.
And we were talking prior to the broadcast is, okay, yes, he's missed 8 games, but he's come back and he's come back hot. And he's hitting where you want to be hitting come postseason. You want to be able to catch that,
And every high school lineup needs that one, kid that's going to show up in big moments. And Denenberg's definitely done that throughout time. It seemed like the curveball came in a little high there, but, called strike 2. You got to get in here. You got to fight. So, we'll see what Denenberg can bring to the plate, and we'll see if McCarthy can, finish this off here. Back here, pick over, keeping Paparella honest. Haven't seen much action tonight off of straight steals for the Mustangs. I mean, I guess they haven't really had to, because they've batted them around.
So the only time Mustangs have taken bases is pass balls.
Yep, just the pass balls, and then everything else has really been hit around, which is always a good thing to see when you start, getting into the tough parts of postseason play. A satellite team who beat O'Galley, one of the best teams in this county. Definitely rode a hot streak coming in here. Curveball low again, makes the count full. He's fought back. Brady has in this count, but, we'll see if McCarthy can finish here.
Full count to Denenberg here. Fires. And
Brady
that one is lifted.
Skies one. Kind of tough territory, and it's going to drop. A miscommunication by the shortstop for Sala and the left fielder.
That's 3 for 3 on the night.
It is, if you count that a base hit, yeah. But in that situation, a short fly ball to left, you'd want the player coming in to make that play. So
yes,
you kind of want your left fielder to come in and kind of make that play. But the shortstop, if he calls it, I guess it's his. I guess you never know how teams kind of go over their rules and stuff like that, but that'll be the end of it for Mr. McCarthy tonight. Through 4 innings, let up 7 runs. I don't believe maybe 2 hit by pitches. I believe 2 walks.
And he got 2 strikeouts.
And he did have 2 strikeouts. He looked good early. And then that second inning kind of imploded, but he settled down. He settled down through the 3rd.
Unfortunately, I think he had a couple of defensive miscues that behind him that didn't help him either. And hey, I admire the guts and courage he had to come back out. And for the last 2 innings, he's been pitching with a 7-0 score. So
it's very true. And some days happens like this with the day that Kita Atatui's having. It's kind of hard to rely on your offensive, your offense to kind of come back from this deficit here. I believe on the mound we have Braden Bell.
So Bell going to go on the mound. Be interesting to see. I haven't had a chance to watch him pitch, but. Bell looks like he throws pretty hard.
Yeah, I'd say he sits Oh, good curveball there. So he obviously has a two-pitch mix. Maybe he has a changeup in there. Two-seamer. You never really know. Seems to me just fastball, curveball here, but seems to me like he's throwing, I'd say 82, 80, low 80s, 82, 80 to 82 with a good curveball. A little bit of a 12-6 action, just like McCarthy's. Hopefully, he can kind of come in here and just at least just hold the door here.
Yes.
I think there's runners first and second here, with Shane Street up, who just had the 2 RBI double. Should be interesting to see how Mr. Bell can kind of step up here and try and put an end to this.
Denneberg on first, Paparella on second, up at the plate.
Shane Street 1 for 2 on the night. Had a ground ball to the shortstop in his first at bat. And obviously, like we just said, that big 2 RBI double in his last at bat.
Yep. He was a part of that 2-out rally in the third. Or check that, in the second. So Bell kicks, fires, and Street fouls that first pitch off. It is into the abyss of the softball field.
That's what you want to see, though, early in a count by Street and by Bell. You know, and Bell attacking early with the fastball and Street looking to hunt fastballs early. That's what you want to see out of both of them.
Bell checks it. Paparella
Curveball
swings.
here. I believe maybe off the plate or off of Street himself, but down 0-2 here. Still no outs for the Mustangs. Runners on first and second.
You know, good start for Bell, getting out ahead in the count.
This is what you want to see out of a reliever. Obviously, your goal is to just, stop the bleeding in a sense. But, he seems to be getting off on the right foot here.
That one high for ball one.
One, two here. Bell looking comfortable.
Checks on Paparella, fires. Count is 2-2. 2-2 count. No outs. Runners on first and second. Paparella on second. Denneberg on first. Bell checks on Paparella. Fires. That one low for a full count.
The Merritt Highland dugout still full of energy here. Still full of a lot of energy. Good to see a team, not wanting to take the foot off the brake or off the gas. My apologies. Fastball fought off again here by Street into the softball field.
Street almost took out one of those lights up there.
Street, like I said earlier, really catching his stride and obviously having a really big night tonight. A kid who late bloomer, but he's really made an impact here. And he takes strike 3.
And that was strike 3 right down Courtney Parkway.
I want to say Street was complaining that it missed out. Hard to kind of see with us, but it's still kind of one of those things. Hitters, kind of you're at bat, runner in scoring position. You almost just want to try and poke one over the first baseman's head there.
But Buster in a happy mood. Better watch out. He better watch out. He'll bust a hip. And good job by the catcher keeping everyone at bay.
Jacob Leffler, I believe, 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout and a hit by pitch in his last at-bat here.
Fires. That one high for ball one, or ball two. Count is 2-0 with 1 out. Runners on first and second.
I feel like home plate umpire here is kind of expanded a little bit, as he should, you know. These hitters kind of have to adapt to that, and you can't really complain about an umpire strike zone, obviously, so the Merritt Island hitters here really have to just hunt their pitch. Big 12-6 curve there. With a curveball like that, you can almost see it out of the hand. I remember as a hitter always trying to see, you know, what pitch grips we're using here, but now we're down 2-2 again. Braden Bell looking really, really good here early.
2-2, 1 out. Runners on first and second, and time called. Bell looks to be readjusting the grip. And once again, Merritt Island will advance on a pass ball there.
Like we were talking about earlier in the game, these dirt ball reads, really important here to get free 90s. You know, it's really hard for a catcher to keep all these balls directly in front of them. So even if it kicks just a little, you know, Merritt Island tries to take advantage of that.
Full count.
Now Leffler here just has to do a job, you know, ground ball to the middle of the field. Ball 4 also works. Stays 0 for 1 tonight. Hit by pitch, walk, and a strikeout. Bringing up Nick Wimberly, who's 1 for 2 tonight. Good single in his first at bat, and then a ground ball to the pitcher.
I know Nick has a grandfather out in Arkansas who you know, is really hoping for a big hit here. Mr. Thomas Wimberly. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Ball high for ball one. Paparella on second. Paparella on third. Denneberg on second. And Lefty on first. Everywhere you look, you see a Mustang. The 1-0. That one in the dirt for ball two. One out.
In this situation, you know, your count, absolutely your count. You're probably 99% getting a fastball here. You almost want to take this fastball and lift it somewhere here. You know, 1 out here. You can do a lot of damage with this swing.
Bell fires in there for ball 3.
Here, I believe Coach Weiner's probably giving the take. Much better to, you know, either force a 3-1 count or you obviously get a runner here if he walks. So.
(3-1), 1 out, bases loaded.
Same situation here for Wimberly. You know, got to find that hitter's count and really take advantage of this pitch that you're about to get. Still 99% fastball here.
And he lifts that one.
Lifts that ball. Has to make a really good throw here, which
wow.
he did. But hell of a throw from the center fielder.
Absolutely.
That was really, really impressive.
So a sacrifice RBI for Wimberly, and the Mustangs extend their lead 8-0.
Really, really good at bat by Wimberly. Just like I kind of said, you want to take that fastball and lift it. You'd like it a little bit farther, but obviously that does the job there. Bringing up the sophomore Torren Dunigan yet again. 1 for 2 as well on the night. Runners second and third with 2 outs here.
In there for strike 1. 2 outs. Mustangs up 8-0. Bell kicks the 0-1. That one in the dirt for ball one.
Bell, just like McCarthy, 2-pitch mix, fastball, curveball. Both sit around 80s with a good 12-6. Kind of similar here, but, you know, Bell's done a good job here.
He sat there and took that one. That one was right down Courtney Parkway.
I know Coach Widener's not happy at the amount of taking fastballs here, in hitters' counts especially. You know, it's something that you got to capitalize on, especially when you're, you know, this deep, kind of getting deeper and deeper here into the playoff.
And that's strike three, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Mustangs plate one more run. We head to the top of 5 with your score. Mustangs 8, Satellite still got work to do. We head to the top of the 5th inning with your score 8-0. Kide Atatui starts the inning off with ball one. Up to bat for the Scorpions there is number 14, Joe Costin. Nope.
14, yeah, Thomas Chichio. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I think he came in to catch when the pitching change happened. Kide, like we were talking about earlier, the whole goal is to get ahead of batters here. Lead off walks, never really a good thing. 3-1 count here.
Pitch in there for. So I believe that's strike 2.
I do believe it is strike 2 here.
Full count. The full count pitch. That's going to be
way errant.
That throw, yeah.
Was
that's let's just leave it at yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if a 10-footer could have caught that one. Like we were talking about earlier, that's a really tough play there for Paparella, though. Can't really.
You know what? I'm going to give the kid a hit there.
I think I do too. I think that's a good. If that is a good throw, I think he is safe. Regardless.
I mean, he was halfway there in between third base and the left fielder. You know what? Let's give him a hit.
I agree. This brings up the 9-hole hitter, Jaden Evans here, second baseman. Kide tries to get back on track here. Now has a 2-hitter. And if you just got here, we just started the 5th. Kide has 11 strikeouts, 2 hits, I believe, 0 walks, to my knowledge, and you know he's looked really good here tonight. But Satellite has still managed to get runners on base, get runners in scoring position. They just need to find that inning to capitalize.
And
Slider fouled off down the line for strike 2.
Evans trying to turn on that slider there. Just half a second too early.
And here in this count 1-2, Kide's been on all night. He can kind of do whatever he wants here. Chooses the fastball, misses up and away. Evens it up here 2-2.
2-2 count.
The slider again fouled off. Here, if I was Kide, he's late on the slider. I think if he can find that fastball, get on top of it one more time, almost challenge him to put that ball in play. But we'll see what he does here. And there it is. I believe that was the changeup. Really good spot there. But still not a bad position here for Satellite. Runner on first, top of the lineup coming up.
See, it's number 12 on the night.
That is 12 on the night here for Kide. I want to say this is Kide's game here, so he could go the full 7, and he could really get that strikeout count, to whatever. I think he could top out at what? He's at 12. Yeah, we'll figure that out when it comes here. Top of the lineup here, 0-1. Good block there by Mully.
Soland at the plate for the Scorpions.
Haven't seen too much aggressive nature out of the guy on first here. The lead is kind of conservative here. I think they just want to kind of let their top of the lineup here kind of do what they're supposed to do and get on base and hopefully start a rally here. The pitch, good take there for ball 3.
Last update we have from our other game over here on the Brevard Sports Network. Melbourne currently trailing St. Cloud 4-3.
Good swing there.
And
but like that is actually that is Mr. Soland's second really well hit ball of the night that just happened to
find a
fall, right into a Merritt Island player's hands.
Someone's got some good base in the car.
Good base in the car. I don't know what car you got to have those subs, but boy, oh boy. Started off with the slider.
Next up is Hendry. 2 outs. Trying to keep the inning alive for the Scorpions. Hendry fouls that one off. 0-2 with 2 strikes.
Like we said, Atatui kind of in control here of this count. Shortstop here for the Scorpions up at bat. Could do anything he wanted here. Fastball up and away. When you see Kide miss a lot of the time with the fastball, with a lefty, with tail, he seems to not fully get on top of that ball, and that's why it always kind of tends to miss up and away to righties, up and into lefties. But he's actually done a good job here tonight. See if he can finish the job here.
And chopper back to Kide, and that will end the inning. So far has 12 strikeouts as we head to the bottom of the 5th with your score. Mustangs 8, Satellite with work to do. All right, we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one in there for strike one. Back to the top of the lineup, Ryland Diaz.
I want to say Ryland is, I want to say 1. Could be wrong here. I know he had the single over the third baseman's head. I do not recall.
I believe.
I want to say he's 1 for 2.
Yes. Bell back out on the mound. That one low for ball 1. Bell kicks, fires, in there for strike 2.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. Kids, you don't want to see a curveball in that, in that position. You'd rather foul off a really good foul off a good fastball that he just threw. But now he has to battle here. High fastball. I believe that is 3-2 now. Yes, full count here for Diaz. See if he can, finish the job here, or if Bell can start things off well.
One in the dirt.
And he walks him.
And
Good
so,
go ahead.
The potential game-ending run is at the plate.
Mully on the night. I know he has walked. And I know he got out in the first inning. I want to say he's another guy who's 1 for 2 tonight. I want to say he has a base hit tonight. I am actually.
Yeah, 1 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because he walked.
Another kid here with good speed here for the Mustangs. Bell steps off. Probably just communication issue. Diaz on first over there, like I said earlier, really good threat on the bases. Doesn't seem like the Mustangs are very content on wanting to steal bases with the score being how it is, but probably still really aggressive with dirt balls. Like we said, Bell is a curveball thrower, so a lot of these might fall into the ground, and we'll see if Diaz will take advantage of that.
Bell trying to get Diaz over at first.
Bell, another kid like McCarthy, looks, still really comfortable up there, regardless of the circumstance. Just trying to do what they're supposed to do.
Wow. What a shot.
Good swing there by Mully. Put it in the gap right over the center field's head. Diaz chugging. He's going to be held at third. That's a great swing there by Tyler Mully. Probably hit that ball 300-something feet over the center fielder's head. Really good swing there. Bringing up the 3-hitter, Dean Hanselman. Dean is hitless tonight. I don't know if he's 0 for 3. He's 0 for 2. He got hit by a pitch in his first at bat. 0 for 2 tonight. 2 ground balls. If you want to get out of a slump, this is kind of the time to do it. No harm, no foul. Nobody. 2 runners in scoring position, no outs. You can kind of do what you want here.
Theoretically, if you can get it to the right field wall, you can take the walk off here.
Curveball in the dirt. Dean, like we said, came in to this game hitting .404.
Count is 1-1.
Curveball again, dropped in for strike 1. See if Dean can find a fastball here and drive it the other way. He He got the fastball, just missed a couple inches out. Still 2-1 here. Bell still not in a terrible spot. You know, just doing what he can, trying to get his team back in the dugout.
And that one bounces in for ball 3. 3-1, hitters count.
Do keep in mind that if Dean does get a hit here and Tyler Mully scores on the hit, this game would be over due to mercy rule. But, you know, hopefully the Scorpions live to see, you know, another day here.
And that one in there for strike 2.
Two dudes who really trust their curveball here tonight. Both pitched for Satellite. You know, had success with the curveball. It's just Merritt Island did a really good job tonight of kind of seeing that fastball and hitting it. There it is again. That does do a job. That is very, very good at bat there by Hanselman. It won't, you know, it might not be the flashiest thing in the world, but that is still an RBI here for Hanselman. That brings his RBI total to 20 RBIs on the year. Is 0 for 3 tonight, but you can't really complain. Paparella up to bat. Infield is in. 1 out here. Paparella, like we said earlier with Wimberly, all he has to do is lift a ball here, and the game will be over. Lift the ball to, you know, deep-ish outfield here. Paparella does have a lot of power, hit a home run last Friday against Seminole. Wind is still blowing out here at Clint Hurdle Field. 1-0 pitch. High fastball.
Okay, we'd like to thank the Merritt Island Baseball Boosters for paying for us to allow the rights, to get the rights for the 4A District 12 tournament. We greatly appreciate them stepping up. And Coach TJ Gotti, also athletic director of Satellite. You know what? But, you know, you want to talk about Satellite here. Satellite's had a great sports season. I mean, their football team had probably one of their best seasons they've had in a long time. Their basketball team making it all the way to a state semifinal. I mean, look what TJ Gotti and that athletic program have done this year. It's just pretty amazing.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to put Paparella on here. There is some logic to this. There is 1 out here, so if Denneberg does hit into a ground ball to the middle of the field, they are also going to put Denneberg on to load the bases, which brings up Shane Street.
So you don't want to face Denneberg. Denneberg's 3 for 3 on the night. Shane Street is 2 for 3.
2 for 3 here tonight with two RBI double.
So this is
the situation still remains here for the Mustangs. You just have to lift a ball to essentially score this run here. Curveball.
And if you're Shane, you're just waiting on your pitch.
Just waiting on your pitch. This is, I mean, there's really nothing. You know, you'd obviously love to be the guy to walk this off in a sense. He's had a great night. This could put him, you know, as your player of the game here with this at-bat pending. He got his fastball, and he hit it. And that will do the job. Great piece of hitting there by Shane Street, and that will do it.
So the Merritt Island Mustangs are headed off to face Jensen Beach Thursday night right here at Clint Hurdle Field for the 4A District 12 Championship. Your final score, actually, Davin, your final reactions from tonight's game.
You know, just one of those nights where it seemed like they almost everything kind of fell in their favor. You have to bring up the Kide Atatui performance. He pitched 5 innings.
Yep.
5 innings, 12 Ks, 2 hits. You know, it's just one of those performances where you can't deny, you know, a really good outing. You had a really good day at the plate. Everybody concluded. And this is a really good satellite baseball team. And to be able to, you know, put up the score that they did tonight is really a big sign that maybe they are hitting their stride. And, you know, they could be a team that, you know, come Jensen Beach, it could be a very, very good game. They obviously won't have Kide on the mound. But you never know. This should be a really, really good finals game on Thursday here. But, no, I was really, really impressed by Merritt Island tonight. And I was also impressed by, you know, they never looked defeated over on Satellite side. It was never that look of, you know, the game's over, which you got to love out of a squad. A lot of these guys potentially, you know, they could still make the region here, but a lot of these guys potentially, you know, could be playing their last high school baseball. I know I've, you know, been there and you know, kind of felt what they are feeling. So, you know, you got to feel some type of way for them. But, you know, overall, really good game here tonight. But I think Merritt Island just had one of those nights.
Yeah, they did. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Merritt Island Baseball Booster. You will see the 4A District 12 Championship broadcast right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Merritt Island Mustangs pick up the win 10-0 in 5. Keep it posted to the Brevard Sports Network as we will update you on all the scores from tonight and all the district action. So, for Davin Widener, I'm Caleb Brown for the Brevard Sports Network. Again, your final score, Merritt Island 10, Satellite 0.